make sure you head over to the canteen to grab some yummy food, and also head over to the bar to grab yourself a nice refreshing beverage, of course. But we've got junior sedans coming out now. Get locked, loaded, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. New start junior sedans on the track now. Charlie Scott at the front of the pack. Bit of bump there, bit of contact. But it's going to be the 88 of Mackenzie Silver out the front running position now as we go. Yellow for the first time of the night. Not too happy with that start with Chief Stewart next door. So we're going to stacked up, ready to rock and roll once again. New start, junior sedans on the track now. Charlie Scott, and we can go green to white to checkered. As we get underway again, almost 4 wide off the start, 3 wide, bit of contact on the main straightaway though. Charlie Scott, Jacob Hill, Deegan, Mitch, Summershaw, Lily Holland, Regan Holland in the mix as well as we go around the track at the moment. Down the back straightaway is going to be leading. Can't quite see the number from here, but we'll get it as we go past. Down on the main straightaway, it's going to be the number 4 of Deegan Mello out the front, and then we go back to Summershaw, Kalgoorlie girl right there. Mitch Binning sitting in that 3 spot with Jacob Hill in the 4th, not too far away along the back straightaway. Them 4 run into 3 and 4, and then we go back to Lily Hollands, Charlie Scott, Regan Holland, Kai Holland as well. Nice and quickly we go around the red dirt circuit for our tops New Star Junior sedans down the main straightaway, though it's going to be our race leader leading the whole 3 laps so far. Deegan Mello, number 4. Summer Shaw sitting in that second place, running around the middle of 1 and 2 into the back straightaway now. Mitch Binning, number 10, sitting in that 3 spot with Jacob Hill, Regan Holland, Lily Holland, Hanesha, Charlie Scott and Kai, number 20 at the rear of the field. So we're going nice and strong so far. 4 done out of, I believe, 8 laps for the heat races tonight. As we keep on going, 1's going pretty slow on the back straightaway though. Can't quite see the number. But these are New Star Junior stands, so they're giving it a red hot crack. Deegan Mello down the main straightaway though. Charlie Scott getting a little bit unstuck. He's pulling it around 1 and 2 now. Summer Shaw in the mix as well. Mitch Binning, Jacob Hill, Lily Holland's coming down the main straightaway into 1 and 2. And Escher in the number 11. Charlie Scott and Kai Hollands to round us all out. Race leader coming down the main straightaway though into 1 and 2. Deegan Mello. Lap time 20. That's not it. 22.83 so far. Very fast indeed for our New Star Junior sedans. Summer Shaw, not too far, a little bit faster, 22.70. And there we go to Mitch Binning, 24.04 for lap number 6. But the laps are starting to trickle down now. I believe the white flag has come out already, or it's coming out very soon for our race leader. That is down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 he runs. Now he comes onto the main straightaway for Deegan, number 4, and then Summer Shaw, number 11. Getting a bit unstuck, but going good. Deegan Mello, Summer Shaw, Mitch Binning, Jacob, Regan, Lily, Hanesha, Charlie Scott, and Kai Hollands. 9 top star junior sedans out and about now. Heat number 1A of our junior sedans with the checkered flag, swinging high now. On the main straightaway, Deegan Mello, Summer Shaw, Mitch Binning, 1, 2 and 3, Jacob Hill, Regan Holland, Lily Hanesha, Charlie Scott and Kai Hollands in the rear of the field to round us all out. Done and dusted. Heat number 1A of our New Star Junior sedans with heat number 1B coming out soon. So if you're watching on the live stream, you should be able to hear me now. We have sorted out the sound issues, to say the least, with Jeff Power saying I sound like a robot. So thank you, Jeff. I'd like to see you come up here and do it. But yeah, when you're not racing, which is not very often, you can come up and do it for me. Then you can sound like a robot as well. New Star Junior sedans, heat number 1B, coming out now. 82 of Mason Whitehead. Happy birthday to him once again, as well as Big Ben over here. Happy birthday to Ben as well, our club president. Then we got number 88 of Mackenzie Silver, the 101 of Andy Clark, 48 of Ryan Mellor, 34 Baxter Turich, 666 of Sophie Jackson, Caden Harrison. I believe we should have a few more, but I'm not too sure. We might be set, ready to rock and roll, and I'm going to guess we are. Gates are shut with the push car rolling off now. Chief Stuart Kai giving him one sight lap. They get to see the track, see what it's like. Getting ready to rock and roll, all strapped in, ready to go. One sight lap's up and the lights are flashing. We're getting set, ready to rock and roll. Off the good start there was going to be the 48, and that's going to be Ryan Mellor at the front, up and running against Baxter Turich at the front as well. He's actually in the first position at the moment after the starting lap into 3 and 4. Baxter and Ryan Mellor go. We'll go back a little bit. They're going around 3 and 4 now. One's on the inside, one's in the middle. Nice and clean going around. It's going to be the number 88. And that's going to be Mackenzie Silver getting passed by Andy Clark. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But Baxter Turich is going to lead us through lap number 1, probably lap number 2 as well, coming up soon. Ryan Mellor sitting in the second spot. Andy Clark, Mackenzie, Caden Harrison, Sophie Jackson and Mason Whitehead at the rear of the field. Still going to be Baxter Turich for top star, new stars, heat number 1B. Then we go back to Ryan and Andy Clark, a little bit closer together. Mackenzie and Caden Harrison sitting in 4 and 5. We go back to the back of the pack. Sophie Jackson and Mason Whitehead, probably the two closest cars apart from second and third. We're all getting pretty close now that I've said that. Ryan and Clark, or Mellor and Clark, 48 and 101 in the 2 and 3 spot. Looking for a pass on the outside of 3 and 4, almost side by side, pretty much side by side, coming down the main straightaway. Might just get his nose in just that little bit in front. Andy Clark is going to snag the 2 spot now. Then we go back to Ryan Mellor in the 3 spot. Mackenzie Silver and Caden Harrison, they're still going to be in that 4 and 5 spot, with Mason Whitehead pulling it into 6 and Sophie Jackson at the back of the pack now. Nice and clean as we go around the Speedway venue. Boise's Equipment, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Baxter Turich at the front, running position still, going around 3 and 4 into the main straightaway. 34 on the lid, coming down the main straightaway. Andy Clark and the 101 with Ryan Mellor, not too far away, a few car lengths if that, down the main straight. Them two run. Mackenzie Silver, number 88. 173 of Caden Harrison with Mason Whitehead, number 82 sitting in 6th. With Sophie Jackson in the 666 going down the main straightaway as well. 6 laps done and dusted. 2 more to rock and roll, I believe. Nice and clean as we come it down the main straightaway for the 173 of Caden Harrison, along with Mason Whitehead as well. With the race leader, Baxter, going around 3 and 4, main street of Kalgoorlie. Checkered flag, done and dusted. Baxter, Andy, you've got to be in the 2nd spot. Ryan Mellor in the 48. Mackenzie Silver, going to be in that 4th spot now. And then we go back to Caden Harrison, Mason Whitehead with Sophie Jackson. 7 New Star Junior Sedans, heat number 1B, done and dusted. With our top stars coming up next, so stay tuned for that. Big congratulations to number 34 of Baxter, winning heat number 1B for our New Star Junior Sedans. Top Star Junior Sedans on the track now. Not only do we have WA number 1 of Bo Oatfield, we've also got Australia number 2 and Vic number 1 of our local legend, Kane O'Della. So big congratulations to him and Bo, both competing in the Aussie title and the Victoria State title, where Kano got number 1. I'm not too sure what Bo got, unfortunately. Can't remember off the top of my head. But he's WA number 1. He's up there with the fast boys out the front. But we're set, locked and loaded. We've also got Brody Day in as well, with Jesse James Samuels in the number 31. Lights are flashing, getting ready to rock and roll. Green down the main straightaway. Boy Oakfield, WA number 1, straight in the front of the pack with Kane O'Della not too far away on his heels. Tyler Scott in the mix as well. Jesse James Samuels, Brody Day, Brock Lake also in the mix as well. As we go around turns number 3 and 4 off the back straightaway. Still going to be Boy Oakfield in the leading position. Kano not too far behind. Number 11 of Brody Locke sitting in 3. Then we go back to Tyler Scott. Then we go to the Jesse James Samuels in the mix as well. And at the back of the pack, it's going to be the number 8 of Brody Day. Nice and quick, we go around the Speedway venue for Boy Oakfield. 21.13, certainly fast indeed. Kano, Vic number 1, not too far away. One's pulled to the infield, that's going to be Brock Lake. He might be joining back on prematurely now as we keep it on going around Main Street of Kalgoorlie now. Leading into the lap number 3 is going to be Boy Oakfield. Kane Della a few car lengths behind. Then we go back to Tyler Scott. Jesse James Samuels in the 31 with Brody Day hard on his anchors, on his bumper. Brock Lake at the back of the pack now, on the back straightaway. Still going to be our WA number 1 of Boy Oakfield into 1 and 2. Kane O'Della into the second spot. Tyler Scott, Jesse James Samuels and Brody Day looking for a bit of room to try and pass him in the next 6 laps, soon to be 5 laps now, halfway home. A little bit unstuck there for Jesse James Samuels, but he's got it under control now. Down the main straightaway, they both run. One taking the inside, that's going to be Jesse James. Losing a bit of traction up the top is going to be Brody Day, but he gets it back very fast indeed. Boy Oakfield still going to be our race leader. Into lap number 6. Kane O'Della, second spot. Tyler Scott also did pretty well over there as well. Jesse James Samuels, Brody Day and Brock Lake. 6 top stars. Junior sedans, heat number 1A. Boy Oakfield out the front still. As we keep it on going around, all pretty spread out around the venue at the moment. Boy Oakfield going into 3 and 4 now. Kane O'Della sitting in the 2 spot with Tyler Scott sitting in the 3. Then we go back to Jesse James Samuels and Brody Day, 2 closest cars on the track at the moment with 2 laps to rock and roll, 1.5 to go now. Brody Day still looking for a way around. He's sitting all up at the rear end of Samuel's car as they go into 3 and 4. As Boy Oakfield comes around for the last time of heat number 1A of our top star junior sedans. White flags out. Kane O'Della still in the 2 spot with Tyler Scott into the 3. Jesse James Samuels holding off Brody Day in 4th. With Brock Lake in the 6th spot at the back of the pack. But the checkered flag is out. Heat number 1A of our top star junior sedans. Done and dusted with Kane O'Della in the 2 spot. Tyler Scott in the 3. And then it was just Jesse James Samuels from Brody Day. And then the number 11 of Brock Lake to round us all out. 6 of them out there. Good to see the young guns showing us how it's done on the Speedway venue at the Boise's Equipment, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. So big congratulations to Boy Oakfield, WA number 1, winning heat number 1A of our top star junior sedans. Top Star Junior Sedans, heat number 1B. Off to a flying start now. Taj Vanzetti, Jamalia, Luke Martin, Zach Munro, Jackson Goodwin, as well as a lot of them more in the mix as we go down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. For our race leader, it's going to be Taj Vanzetti off the start into the main straightaway we run now. Luke Martin sitting in the second spot as we run. Bit of contact there between second and third. Still going nice and green though. Luke Martin and Zach Munro, 2 and 3 as we go around into 3 and 4. Then we go back to Jackson Goodwin, sitting in the 4th spot, I believe. So we're coming on down. It's going to be Zach Munro sitting in that 3rd spot now. We're all pretty jumbled up with the yellow lights coming out. I'm not quite sure why. Chief Stewart not too happy with something. But we'll get them racked, stacked, ready to rock and roll again. As we go green once again for Taj Vanzetti in the 1-2-1. Luke Martin, Zach Munro, Jai Pack, Kai Leeson, Harrison Jackson, and Jamali is at the rear of the field. Taj Vanzetti off to a good start from the rest of the pack into 3 and 4. Now into the main straightaway for Taj Vanzetti, 1-2-1. Then we go back a little bit more. There's some contact between Zach Munro and Jai Park. But we're still going nice and green. Luke Martin sitting in the 2nd spot. Then we go back to Kyle Leeson, Harrison in the 18 with Jackson Goodwin at the rear of the field with the 2-1-1 of Jamali. Vanzetti down our main straightaway still with Luke Martin in 2. Zach Munro and Jai Pack putting on the pressure against each other as they go around 1 and 2. Pretty close indeed, pretty much side by side. Who's going to get their nose in fast enough into 3 and 4? Now we've got Luke Martin coming into the play as well. He's going to throw a spanner in the works. One's on the inside, one's on the outside. Jai's on the outside with Munro on the inside. Battling it out for 3 and 4 now. Taj Vanzetti still going to be our race leader going into 3 and 4 with Luke Martin holding off 2nd place, Zach Munro. And then Jai Pack just trying to dip his nose in just a little bit quicker than Munro. And I believe he's done it now. He's maybe into the second. Oh, a bit of contact on the wall there from Zach Munro. He's still going though, which is a good sign to see. So Luke Martin, then we go Jai Pack with Zach Munro. Harrison in the 18. Leeson, Jackson Goodwin and Jamali in the rear of the field. 8 Top Star Junior Sedans for heat number 1B out on the track now. Taj Vanzetti got an exceptional lead going on at the moment. Just about 6 seconds in front of 2nd place, which is Luke Martin. And Jai Pack's putting on the pressure now as they go down the back straightaway. Zach Munro drop back a little bit further from Luke Martin and Jai Pack. Second and third position. He's going to join it back in now just in a second as they go into turns 1 and 2. All pretty much in a straight line now with the white flag out. One more lap to go for our race leader. Jai Pack putting on the pressure now on the inside of Martin as we go into the main straightaway after turn number 4. Side by side, Jai Pack's just going to have the upper hand going into 1 and 2 for the final time for heat number 1B. As Taj Vanzetti comes it on around into the main straightaway. He's going to take it out, but it's going to be a battle for 2, 3 and 4. Who's going to get it? Looks like it's going to be Jai Pack, and then we're going to go back to Zach Munro with Luke Martin going into the 4th spot after the checkered flag. Harrison into the 5. Kai Leeson, Jackson Goodwin, and Jamali in 8th place to round us all out with Charles Vanzetti, Jai Pack, Zach Munro, 1, 2 and 3. Heat number 1B of our Top Start Junior Sedans. Straighties on the track now with Tristan Strout as opposed to the live stream, which calling his last name something else that I probably can't pronounce on the live stream, but it's going to be Strout, Tristan Strout, number 31, as much to despise of the people on the live stream. But we're about to get set and underway. 10 laps the journey for Kevin Parks as well. Lockie Della, Jason Whitehead, Jay Reese isn't here. Tristan Strout, Luke Barnwell, and Kevin Parks. As we go green off the main straightaway, it's going to be the 195 of Lockie Della straight to the front of the pack. 31 of Tristan going into the 2nd spot. Luke Barnwell into the 3. 28 of Jason Whitehead with Tanya Kemp in the mix as well. As we keep it on going around. 195 of Lockie Della showing us how it's done on his home track. Luke Barnwell into the 2nd spot with Jason Whitehead, apologies there, with Tristan as well in the 4th spot now. Then we go back to Kevin Parks, I believe, in the 23. And then the 71 of Tanya Kemp going around at the rear of the field. Lockie Della still going to be our front runner going to lead us into lap number 3. Luke Barnwell into the 2 spot. Whitehead into the 3. And then we go Strout. And after that, it's going to be Parks and then Tanya Kemp. 6 of them out there at the moment. Hopefully we can keep all 6 for tonight. Tanya Kemp slowing down just a little bit. But these won't be on tomorrow night. We'll have the late models on tomorrow night. So this is their one night to shine for this race meeting. Lockie Della from Luke Barnwell. Then we go to Whitehead, Jason Whitehead, Tristan Strout, Parksy, and then Tanya Kemp. Lap number 5 now. All pretty spread out now. There's no cars really near each other. It's all pretty much racing by yourself at the moment, trying to catch the car in front of you. But for Lockie's case, it's trying to lap Tanya Kemp, trying to get the speed up, trying to find his loud pedal and catch it up to that last place. But he's going good indeed. Lockie Della from Luke Barnwell. And then we go back to Jason Whitehead with Tristan Strout, Kevin Parks and Tanya Kemp. 2 laps to rock and roll for our race leader now. 1 lap now. White flag is out for Lockie Della in the 195. Luke Barnwell in the 36 as well. Jason Whitehead in the 28. Tristan Strout, Parksy and Tanya Kemp. It's our full field with our race leader coming around turns number 3 and 4 into the main straightaway. He's going to take it out for heat number 1 of our street stocks on the field now. With Luke Barnwell into the 2nd spot, finishing there. Jason Whitehead finishing 3. Tristan Strout finishing 4. Parksy 5 and Tanya Kemp to round us out, finishing in that 6th spot for heat number 1 of our street stocks, with the wingless sprints coming out next with the Pirtek sponsorship. I pronounced that wrong before. It's Pirtek. My apologies there, as they're one of the big sponsors for the wingless tonight. So big shout out to them. But we'll get set, locked and loaded. Strap yourselves in for some wingless sprints action. Pirtek Wingless Sprints, heat number 2. Gavin Preen, Hendon Hicks, Matthew Fellows, Darren Humphries, Cody Walker, Daniel Keane, and Angus Bolt. Only 6 of them out there. I'm not too sure who didn't quite make it out, but I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go it along. Lights are off, set, ready to rock and roll. Heat number 2 at the Boise's Equipment, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Green lights are on and away we go down the main straightaway. 28 got the good start, or 78 of Matthew Fellows got the good start there. Around turns number 1 and 2, we run and roll, rock and roll into the back straight, into the 3 and 4. All pretty unscathed into the leading lap. As we come on down, it's going to be the 78. That's going to be Matthew Fellows to lead us through lap number 1. Down into the back straightaway we go. It's going to be, if I can see the number right, as they come on through, the 86 on the side is going to be Cody Walker, up in the front running positions in second place at the moment, holding off Matthew Fellows. He's in the leading position at the moment. He's got no cars near him into lap number 2 now. As we keep it on going through, number 90 of Daniel Keane slipping up into the 2 spot now, with Hendon Hicks as well, with 1 going around on 3 and 4, facing the wrong direction. Gavin Preen in the 21, that's going to be as we get ready to go again. It's going to be Matthew Fellows to lead us off. The Witch's Hat start. Number 90 of Daniel Keane. Going to start off behind him in the 86 of Cody Walker. 1, 2 and 3. As we go green down the main straight off turn 4. Witch's Hat start. Keeping his line good. It's going to be Matthew Fellows out the front runner. And then we go back to Daniel Keane. Cody Walker in the 3 spots still, holding off the 45 of Hendon Hicks, which gets passed by Darren Humphrey on 3 and 4. Good pass there off the main straightaway. We rock and roll. Number 21 at the rear of the field of Gavin Preen. 6 wingless out there at the moment. And it's still going to be Matthew Fellows, our race leader. And then we go back to Daniel Keane. Cody Walker in the mix as well. He's getting past. He's going to go back to 5th spot now. Hendon Hicks. And Darren Humphries as well. As we keep it on coming around. We're still going to be the 78. Holding off Mr. Keane himself. Daniel Keane sitting in the 2 spot. All up the rear end of the 78 of Fellows' car. Still holding it off. He's going to be in that 1st place. Still going around into the main straightaway now. 78 is going to lead us, Matthew Fellows, from Daniel Keane. And then we go back to the 84 of Darren Humphries, Hendon Wicks, and then Cody Walker with Gavin Preen to round us all out. All pretty spread out now around the track as we keep it on going green. Fellows still going to be our race leader. He's going to hold it off from Daniel Keane. Track's looking absolutely amazing out there at the moment. Then we go back to the 84 of Darren Humphrey. Nice and quick we go around indeed. He's catching up. Humphrey's catching up to Matthew Fellows and Daniel Keane at the front of the pack. White flag is out. He's got one lap to rock and roll now. Half a lap to go. So it's still going to be Darren Humphrey. No, Matthew Fellows, our race leader. Almost a pass on the main straight, coming off of turn 4. But we're going to hold it strong with Matthew Fellows. Going to win it out for heat number 2. With Daniel Keane into the 2 spot. Darren Humphrey. And then we go Hendon Hicks, Cody Walker, and then Gavin Preen in the 21 for the Pirtek Wingless Sprints. Heat number 2. Done and dusted. With a light sprinkle coming over the Speedway venue. We're going to head it in to our new start. Heat number 2A. Andy Clark, Hanisha, Caden, Baxter, Ryan Mellor, Deegan Mellor, Kai Holland, and Charlie Scott. JSRA Series, heat number 2A, New Star Junior Sedans on the track now. As we go down our main straightaway, the 101 of Andy Clark straight to the front of the pack. Deegan not too far away. And then we go to the 173 of Caden Harrison. Yellow. The track's looking a little bit slippery out there. But not too happy with that start, as we'll get them locked, loaded to rock and roll again. After a long-awaited start, we're going to get going once again. Just about 3 wide, 4 wide, going off the main straightaway now. It's going to be Deegan Mellor straight to the front of the pack. Then we're going to get the 48 of Ryan Mellor, not too far away. Andy Clark's in the mix as well, up the front pack. 34 of Baxter, sitting in that 4th spot at the moment. Caden Harrison into the 5th. One goes a bit topsy-turvy onto the infield, a little bit slippery out the back there. I'm guessing that's Kai Hollins at the back of the pack. We got Charlie Scott in the mix as well as Hanisha. But lap number 1 done and dusted. Rain's falling a little bit more harder now. I can just see it from the lights. I'm nice and dry up here though. Deegan Mellor, our race leader, from lap 1, from the starting lap into lap 1. He's going to lead us through. Andy Clark's in the 2 spot now. And then we go back to Baxter, the 48 of Ryan Mellor in the mix as well. Caden Harrison, the 173, not too far away. Then we go back to Charlie Scott, Kai Hollins, and Hanisha as well. Charlie Scott coming down the main straightaway, giving it his all. Number 4 of Deegan Mellor, race leader coming down, passing Kai Hollins, as well as Hanisha on the main straightaway. 1 and 2 they run. Deegan Mellor, Andy Clark, Baxter Turich. 1, 2 and 3 with Ryan Mellor in the 4th spot as we go down the back straightaway for Andy and Baxter. Mellor down the main straightaway into 1 and 2. He runs, as well as Andy Clark in the 2 spot. Baxter Turich in the 3 spot. And then we move it on to 4th and 5th of Ryan Mellor. Caden Harrison, Hanisha down the main straightaway as well. Charlie Scott sitting in the 6th spot. Kai in the 7. Down into the back straightaway for 1 and 2. He's going to be still our race leader, holding it nice and strong. Pretty significant lead going at the moment. Andy Clark in the 2 spot, going down the back straightaway from Baxter. He's sitting in the 3 spot. Bit of lap traffic coming around for Caden Harrison in the 173. Ryan Mellor as well, the 48, getting around Charlie Scott in the 011. One goes up against the wall. Bit of white dust there. That was our race leader back, Deegan Mellor. Seen that out the corner of my eye. He's still going on all four wheels though around the red dirt circuit. Deegan Mellor, Andy Clark, Baxter Turich. And then we go to Caden Harrison, Ryan Mellor, Charlie Scott, Kai Hollins, and Hanisha Mohammed in number 8. Checkered flag is at the ready. White flag is out. Deegan Mellor coming around 3 and 4 now. Nice and easily. Lap traffic holding him up though. That's going to be Ryan Mellor, but the checkered flag is out and about now. Dropping, swinging in the breeze. Deegan Mellor is going to take it on out. Then we go back to Andy Clark with Baxter Turch in the 34. Caden Harrison is coming around turn 3 and 4 now. Now into the main straightaway. He's going to take it out for the 4th place. Ryan Mellor as well coming around now. Over the line he goes. And then we go to Charlie Scott, Kai Hollins and Hanisha to round us all out for New Star Heat number 2A of our Junior Sedans JSRA Series. Right bang in the goldfields at the Boise's Equipment, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. New Stars Heat number 2B. Lily Hollins off the good start there. 666 of Sophie Jackson as well. Going to lead us into off the starting lap. No, they do not. The yellow lights coming on just after the start. Not too happy with that one once again. So we'll get them stacked up back into order and get ready to go green again. Shaw's pulling to the infield. She might be OUT out. Lily Hollands had a good start. She's getting past now. So we keep it on going around. Not too happy with that one again. One slides it up near the wall. I believe that's the 666 of Sophie Jackson. Track's a little bit wet out there. And we're off and racing once again. Who's going to get the good start this time? Could be Summer Shaw from the inside. Lily Holland, smack Bangaroony in the middle. Mackenzie Silva also in the mix too. As we head it on down the back straight away. It's going to be the number 10 of Mitch Binning out the front. Then we go back to number 88 of Mackenzie Silva. Lily Holland's in the mix too. Summer Shaw, bit of contact there between her and the number 8 of Regan Holland. Mason Whitehead in the mix as well. Sophie Jackson. But as it stands now, Mitch Binning, still race leader 1, goes around on turns number 1 and 2. We still go green though. That's the 666 of Sophie Jackson. And it cause our yellow lights once again. Mitch Binning, who's off to a good start in the leading position. Mackenzie Silva was in second. Lily Holland, Summer Shaw, Regan Holland, Sophie Jackson and Mason Whitehead. As we'll let Sophie Jackson catch it on back up with a witch's hat start. Big thank you to Mitchell Hamill in the infield, putting that one out. He actually remembered to take it down this time, which is a good thing to see. But Mitch Binning, hopefully he can get a good start once again. We're 1 lap down out of 8. 7 to rock and roll still. And we'll get them going once again, which is at start now. Mitch Bidding, our race leader, lead us through the Witch's Hat into turns 1 and 2 off the main straightaway. Nice and easily we go around Jacob Hill. Lily Holland goes around. Summer Shaw in the mix as well. And then we've got Mackenzie Silver, Regan Holland, Sophie Jackson and Mason Whitehead. Jacob Hill in the second spot now. Mustn't have seen the other 88 in this race. Thought it was Mackenzie Silver. My apologies there. It's still going to be Mitch Binning, our race leader. Jacob Hill into the second spot with Summer Shaw hard on his anchors. Mackenzie Silver, Regan Holland. Lily Holland's the 27. Pulling to get checked out. Sophie Jackson and Mason Whitehead at the back of the pack. Going around nice and strong. Mitch Benning still going to be our race leader. With yellow. Well, it's the fourth or fifth time for the yellows tonight on this race. So hopefully we don't get too many more. Race has been going for about 7.5 minutes so far for heat number 2B. But you've got to give it to these junior drivers. They're giving it their all out there on the track. Mitch Benning, Jacob Hill, Summer Shaw, Mackenzie Silver, Regan Holland, Sophie Jackson, Mason Whitehead and Lily Holland. As we get them going once again, not one more time. Mitch Bidding, Jacob Hill at the front of the pack now. As we go into Summer Shaw sitting in 3, all up behind Hill's car, all on the rear bumper going into the back straightaway. Then we go back to Mackenzie Silver, Regan Holland in 4 and 5, Sophie Jackson, Mason Whitehead and Lily Holland as well. Bidding down the main straightaway though, holding it off strong. Pretty good lead going on here. Jacob Hill not too far away from Summer Shaw. Car length of or that in between them two. Down the back straightaway, them two run. Then we go back to Mackenzie Silver. Pulling away just a little bit from Regan Holland. Summer Shaw tried to dip her nose in just that little bit faster than Jacob Hill. Didn't quite work out though. A little bit of contact between them. But they're still going strong down the main straightaway. Hill pulls away from Shaw. Mackenzie also in the mix as well. Then we go back to Regan Holland and Mason Whitehead with Sophie Jackson and Lily Holland at the back of the pack. Mitch Binning in the number 10, going around 3 and 4. Good lead going on here. Jacob Hill, Summer Shaw, she's not backing down one little bit. Neither is going to be Mackenzie Silver in the 88. Regan Holland as well in the mix as well. Mason Whitehead in the 82. Lily Holland gets in front of Sophie Jackson. 2 laps to rock and roll for our race leader now. Shorey on the outside looking for a way around Hill as Mitch Binning comes down the main straightaway. White flag out. Jacob Hill, Summer Shaw just gets in front of him on the last lap around turns number 3 and 4. So now it's going to go Summer Shaw, Jacob Hill pulling away from him now. Mackenzie Silver in 1, 2, 3 and 4. As the checkered flag's out and about, ready to rock and roll. About to do its job. Mitch Binning, New Stars, heat number 2B. Done and dusted. Mitch Binning from Summer Shore, Jacob Hill, Mackenzie Silver, Regan Holland, Mason Whitehead, Sophie Jackson, and then Lily Holland to round us all out. Done and dusted. New Star Junior Sedans, heat number 2B. And the next time we will see our New Star Junior Sedans will be for their feature race after the intermission. But we're going to get on to the Top Star Junior Sedans now. Heat number 2A, heat number 2B. So stay tuned for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Big congratulations to Mitch Binning once again. Summer Shore and Jacob Hill, 1, 2, and 3. Top Star, heat number 2A on the track now. Jesse James Samuels, Harrison Beers, Kane O'Della, Jai Pack in the mix as well. All pretty bunched up together as we headed around. Turns 3 and 4 into the main straightaway now. It's going to be the number 31 though. They're going to lead us out. Jesse James Samuels from Jai Pack. Taj Van Zetti in the mix as well. He's in the 2 spot. Jai Pack. Harrison Beers. Kane O'Della. As we're all pretty unscathed. 2 laps in. Still going to be Jesse James Samuels to lead us through these laps. By Oldfield in the mix as well. Taj Van Zetti in the lead now. Jesse James Samuels. And then we go back to Jai Pack. Harrison Beers. After that it's going to be Bo Oldfield. And then we go back to Luke Martin as well. In the 1-4-4. WA number 1 and Victoria number 1. Battling it out for that 3 and 4 spot. Oldfield, Della. Taj Van Zetti still a race leader as he comes on down the main straightaway now. Into 1 and 2 that he runs. Jesse James Samuels not too far behind him, as well as Jai Pack. All these boys were pretty much bunched up together last time around. I can tell you the two cars that are bunched up, it's going to be the two fast ones, Oldfield and Della. And then we go back to Harrison Beers, Luke Martin as well. 5 laps in, 5 to rock and roll. Heat number 2A of the Top Star Junior Sedans, Taj Vanzetti, Jesse James Samuels. Then we go back to Jai Pack, Bo Oldfield, Della, Harrison Beers, and Luke Martin in the 1-4-4. All pretty bunched, not bunched up, all pretty spread apart at the moment as we keep it on going. 4 laps to rock and roll, soon to be 3 as the laps trickle down. 1-2-1 of Taj Vanzetti, 20.98. Quick lap around the venue at the moment. Jesse James Samuels as well. And then we go back to Jai Pack. Bo Oldfield's on the hunt now. He wants that 3rd spot. Pack from Oldfield. Not going to quite get it though this time around. Might try dip his nose in just that little bit quicker. Della's holding back the pace. Sitting in that 5th spot. Harrison Beers from Luke Martin. 2 more laps to go until we get to feature races tonight for our Top Star Junior Sedans. Heat number 2A, white flag is out. Taj Vanzetti from Jesse James Samuels. And then we go back to Jai Pack, still holding off the WA number 1 of Bo Oldfield. Then we go back to Della, Victoria number 1, Oz 2. Kano Della from Harrison Beers, Luke Martin, Taj Vanzetti though, 1-2-1 around turns number 3 and 4 into the main straightaway. He's going to win it for heat number 2A, Top Star Junior Sedans from Jesse James Samuels. Jai Pack just in front of Oldfield. Kano Della, Harrison Beers, and then Luke Martin to round us all out, done and dusted. Taj Vanzetti, Jesse James Samuels, and Jai Pack 1, 2, and 3 for heat 2A of our junior top stars. I have just been informed that I've been pronouncing Sophie Goodwin's name wrong this whole entire night, so apologies to that. I just read what's on the screen, so I'll try to read it right from now on. But we're underway for Top Stars Heat number 2B. About to get underway. Tyler Scott, Kai Leeson, Zach Munro, Jamali, Brock Lake, Jackson Goodwin, and Brody Day. Green around turn number 4. Jackson with a good start there. So with Kai Leeson on the inside. As we go unscathed around turns number 1 and 2. All pretty bunched up on the back straightaway. Bumper to bumper, wheel to wheel. One goes around, one spins it. We all go everywhere. Can't quite see who the one. I'm going to guess it's Tyler Scott facing the wrong way. Jackson Goodwin from Brody Day led it. And then old Tyler Scott spun it around a little too hard. But we'll get him racked, stacked, and ready to rock and roll once again. Jackson Goodwin, Brody Day, Kai Leeson, Tyler Scott, Zach Munro, Brock Lake, and Jamali Mohammed. 7 Top Stars Junior Sedans, heat number 2B, in full swing out there now. We'll try it again. Jackson Goodwin, Brody Day, Kai Leeson off the front. Who's going to get it into 1 and 2? It's, of course, going to be 606 of Jackson Goodwin at the front. And then we're going to go back to Kai Leeson, Brody Day, as well as Zach Munro. Brock Lake in the mix as well. Jamali and Tyler Scott. Lap number 1 done and dusted. Jackson Goodwin's going to lead us into lap number 2 from Kai Leeson, Brody Day, Zach Munro as well. Tyler Scott in the mix as well. All pretty bunched up on the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Jackson's out the way. He's out the front. No cars near him. Then we go back to 2, 3 and 4, which are all pretty bunched up together. Throw a blanket over these 3. Kai Leeson, Brody Day, Zach Munro, almost 3 wide going around turns number 1 and 2. Tyler Scott wants a bit of the action as well. They all catch up to Jackson Goodwin around in the back straightaway. Now into 3 and 4. Brody Day's going to pull it away a little bit. He might be in the second spot, and yes, he is, down the main straightaway. The 83 of Kai Leeson sitting in the third spot at the moment. Tyler Scott and Zach Munro all pretty bunched up now. Brock Lake wants a bit of the action as well, going into the back straightaway. Now we go into 3 and 4. Brody Day's going to push it up the front just a little bit further. Didn't quite get his nose in front of Jackson Goodwin sitting in first. It's going to be close coming down to the line though, and Brody Day's just going to have it. Bit of bumper going on the main straightaway. Brody Day's our race leader from Jackson Goodwin. Zach Munro wants a little bit of the action as well down the back straightaway, side by side with Jackson Goodwin and Zach Munro. And that's going to cause the yellow lights with that bit of debris on the main straight. Have we got a race on our hands for our top star? Heat number 2B, Brody Day, Jackson Goodwin, Zach Munro, Tyler Scott, Kai Leeson, Brock Lake, and Jamali Mohammed. What an awesome race indeed. Drivers holding their positions, waiting for a spot to pass, and then absolutely killing it out there. Young guns of the sport, junior sedans, top star, heat number 2B. But this could change things. Brody Day, Jackson Goodwin, and Zach Munro, they're all pretty bunched up. Tyler Scott being moved to the rear of the field. So as it stands, number 8 of Brody Day, Jackson Goodwin, Zach Munro, Tyler Scott, Kai Leeson, Brock Lake, and Jamali Mohammed. Green light's on and away we go, which is hat start. Brody Day is going to lead us through almost halfway home. 6 laps to rock and roll. Brody Day, Jackson Goodwin, Zach Munro's looking on the inside already. Side by side down the back straightaway. Jackson, Zach, who's going to get the nose in quick enough? Brody Day's just in the way. He's sitting at the front at the moment. Jackson goes to the outside. Zach Munro goes to the inside. He's going to sit in the second spot now. Jackson's going to fight it back. Not quite fast enough though. Kai Leeson as well in the mix as well. Tyler Scott, Brock Lake having a fight for it as well. Jamali Mohammed as well sitting at the rear of the field. Around 3 and 4 we run. Still going to be Brody Day, our race leader. Zach Munro snagged the 2 spot. Jackson Goodwin into the 3. And then we're going to go back to Kai Leeson and Brock Lake. Bumper to bumper as we go around turn 1 and 2. Now into the back straightaway. Starting to spread out now. Brock Lake wants a bit of the action as well. Tyler Scott's working his way back up. Sitting in 5th spot at the moment. Brody Day, our race leader, down the main straightaway. Leading us in to lap number 7. Top 2 pulling away. Zach Munro and Brody Day pulling away from the rest of the pack now. He's going to go to the outside. Tyler Scott, bit of contact between him and Kai Leeson. They all go normal though. Jackson Goodwin's pulling away a little bit. Zach Munro with a pass there, side by side on the main straightaway. It's bloody close coming down the line. 2 laps to rock and roll. Brody Day getting pushed out the way by Zach Munro. I'm in the front now. Jackson Goodwin sitting in the 3 spot. And then we're going to go back to Kai Leeson. Kai Leeson from Tyler Scott. Brock Lake. And Jamali at the rear of the field. 1 lap to rock and roll. Zach Munro, Brody Day, it all comes down to Jackson Goodwin, Kai Leeson, Tyler Scott and Brock Lake, and 1 spins it on the back straight away. Are we going to get the yellows or are we going to go to the end? Looks like we're going to go to the end. Zach Munro is going to take it away. Oh, maybe. I don't know if he called the yellow before the checkered flag. Zach Munro from Brody Day, from Jackson Goodwin, Kai Leeson, Brock Lake, Jamali Mohammed and Tyler Scott is how we are going to finish. Yes, we are for heat number 2B of our Top Star Junior Sedans, giving it their all. But next time we'll see them is going to be the feature race after intermission. So stay strapped in. It's going to be a whole action-packed coming in later. So number 83. Kai Leeson and Tyler Scott maybe asking some hard questions, but we'll soon find out. But for now, we'll be back when the straighties hit the field. Off the green light. Jason Whitehead in the 28, straight to the front of the pack. Lockie Della not too far behind him. And then we're going to go to Luke Barnwell, Tristan Stroud as well. Then Parksy, Kemp at the rear of the field. All pretty bunched up in lap number 1 as we go on around 3 and 4. It's going to be Della now race leader as he comes on down the main straight. Takes it away from Whitehead into lap number 2. Luke Barnwell wants a bit of the action as well. Following the car in front, Tristan Stroud, Parksy, Kemp. All pretty single file as we go it on around. Lap number 3 now, 195 at the front. And then we go back to Jason Whitehead. A little bit of bumper damage on his rear right side. But that's certainly not going to slow him down one little bit. Neither is Luke Barnwell. He's coming charging in from 3rd place. Parksy. Nope, Parksy in behind Stroud. Kemp in the 71. Jason Whitehead looking for a little bit of room up on the inside. Trying to catch up to 195 of Lockie Della. Not quite quick enough this time around though. They're still going green into lap number 5, I believe. Della from Jason Whitehead. Maybe a little bit of contact there between Barnwell, Luke Barnwell, but I'm not quite sure. I couldn't see from here. He's in the 3rd spot though. Then we go back to Tristan Strout in the 31. Parksy sitting in 5th. Kemp into the 6th. Still going nice and green, nice and clean around the Speedway venue. Lockie Della, 195 from Jason Whitehead in the 28. And then we go back to Luke Barmo in the 36. Then the rest of the pack come along with the ride. 31 of Tristan Strout. Kevin Parks and Kemp. White flag is out. One more lap to rock and roll for our race leader, Lockie Della in the 195. 195 from 28. Della from Whitehead, and then we go back to Barnwell. He's got one more lap to make a move. A little bit of contact there in turns 1 and 2. Pulls the pin back a little bit further. Strout from Parksy Kemp. But around turn number 4 with our race leader, it's going to be Lockie Della, the 195. Take it on out. Heat number 2, Jason Whitehead sitting in 2nd, finishing in 2nd. Luke Barnwell in the 3. And then we're going to go back to Tristan Strout, Kevin Parks, and the 71 of Kemp for heat number 2 of our street stocks, with the Pirtek Wingless Sprints coming out next. And then after that, we're going to go into interval. And since it is so early, we're going to open up the pits. You can go see the drivers, see the cars, meet the drivers, maybe a few stickers getting handed out, maybe a few goodies. Make sure you head over to the bar and the pit stop canteen to grab some yummy food or a drink. A big congratulations to Lockie Della once again. Heat number 2, street stocks. 6 wingless sprints for the Pirtek wingless sprints. Heat number 3 in full swing now. It's going to be Darren Humphrey at the front of the pack. I can't quite see who's behind him, but he's certainly going fast indeed as he comes around turns number 3 and 4. Down in the main straightaway now, it's going to be the number 90, and that of course is going to be Daniel Keane, sitting in second place. Then we go back to the 78 of Matthew Fellows. Sitting in 3, Cody Walker in the mix as well with Hendon Wicks. He's sitting in 5th at the moment, just behind Gavin Preen. Never mind, just in front of Preen now. So now we go Darren Humphrey in the 84 from Daniel Keane in the number 90. And then after that, it's going Matthew Fellows in the 78. Hicks sitting in the 4th spot. Gavin Preen and then Cody Walker at the rear of the field. Fellows, race leader, going around 3 and 4 into the main straight. Keane not too far away, hard on his anchors. Darren Humphrey, our race leader, 84 from Keane. Then we go back to Fellows in the 78. After that, it's going to be Hendon Hicks, 45. From that, it's Gavin Preen, Cody Walker, rear of the field. Bit of a contest up for first place now. Looks like it's going to be Keane just taking over from Darren Humphrey. 86 now, our race leader. Daniel Keane is going to lead us in to, I can't remember what lap we're up to. I think it's lap 5. Into the back straightaway he runs. So Daniel Keane from Darren Humphrey in the 84. Then we go back to Matthew Fellows, Hendon Hicks, Gavin Preen, and then Cody Walker. Nice and fast into turns number 1 and 2. Now out of it. Back streets of Boulder. Daniel Keane, number 90, pulling away from Darren Humphrey, sitting in second place. Then we go back to Matthew Fellows in the 3rd. Sitting behind him is still going to be Hendon Hicks, sitting in the 4th spot. Nice and clean, going around the red dirt circuit. Gavin Preen in the 21, sitting in 5th place with Cody Walker at the rear of the field. Humphreys in 2nd place. Keane in 1st. Daniel Keane holding it nice and strong. White flag is out. One more lap to run for our race leaders though. For Daniel Keane and Darren Humphreys. Checkered flag is out. Heat number 3 of the Pirtek wingless sprints. It's going to be Daniel Keane to take it out. Darren Humphrey is going to be in 2nd with Matthew Fellows. Then we go back to Hendon Hicks, Gavin Preen, and then Cody Walker with Angus Bott not making it out. DNS for him. And that is going to round us out. Daniel Keane, race winner. Heat number 3. Brilliant racing there. For the next time we'll see that all the drivers once again is after the interval, which it means that is going to be interval now. So feel free to head over to the bar, head over to the pits, head over to the canteen, go see the cars, meet the drivers, and we'll be back right after interval. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a lovely time. Looks like the rain has stopped sprinkling, which is a good sign to see. So we'll see ya when we conclude interval. Hope you're having a lovely time. If people can't be here, friends and family, tell them to jump on the Facebook Live on our Facebook page. Free commentary and view of the race now that it is working. But for now, we'll say goodbye, and we'll see you after interval. 4 wide salute. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our junior sedans, new stars on the track, feature race number 1. 15 laps the journey. Deegan Mellor, Mitch Binning, Max Baxter, Truget, Summer Shaw, Andre Clark, Jacob Hill, Ryan Mellor, Mackenzie Silver, Caden Harrison, Regan Holland, Mason Whitehead, Charlie Scott, Sophie Jackson, Lily Holland, Hanisha Mohammed, and Kai Holland to round us all out. 15 laps. New Star Junior Sedans about to get underway. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, turns 3 and 4. Flash your lights, toot your horns, put your hands together. As we'll break them apart now. Get them set, ready to rock and roll. Deegan Mellor, Mitch Binning off front running positions. Baxter Truget, Summer Shaw behind them two. We're set, we're locked, we're loaded. 16 cars on the track. Feature race number 1, New Star Junior Sedans. And the green lights come on. Deegan off to a good start there. Mitch Binning on the outside pole. As we all go around, all bunched up at the front now. Truget in the mix as well. All pretty single file, all bunched up now. Starting to single it out. Mitch Binning to the front. Then we go back to Deegan Mellor in the number 4. He's sitting in second place. Summer Shaw wants a bit of the action as well around the outside. 34 of Truget into that third spot. And then we go Andre Clark in the 101 wants a bit of the action as well. Ryan Mellor sitting in at the 6th spot now. Jacob Hill into the 7th. As we keep it on going around. Mitch Binning going to lead us into lap number 2. Then we go back to Deegan Mellor and Baxter Truget. Not too far away. 34 and 4. Side by side on the exit of turn number 2. Back straight away now. Truget's got the upper hand going into the back straight. Now into 3 and 4. Mellor on the outside. Binning on the front. Side by side. Almost 3 wide down the main straightaway. Into the wall. Mellor goes. Mitch Binning just holding it off. He's going to still lead us around turns number 1 and 2. Mellor on the outside. Then we go to Truget on the inside. He's sitting in 3. Summer Shaw lagging behind just a little bit. Andre Clark, Ryan Mellor, Jacob Hill, Caden Harrison in the 8th spot. Mackenzie Silver. Then we go back to Mason Whitehead, Sophie Jackson, Lily Holland, Regan Holland, Kai Holland. All the Hollands all mixed together. Charlie Scott and Hanisha Mohammed at the rear of the field. Baxter Truget to the front of the pack now. I'm not quite sure when that happened. I was looking at the screen at the other drivers. Mitch Binning into the 2nd spot. Then we go to Deegan Mellor into the 3 now. We've just swapped it all around. Summer Shaw in the 3 actually. Mellor behind her. And then we go back to Andre Clark in the 5th spot. Baxter Truget pulling away from the front running positions. A few of the Hollands getting mixed up. Number 8. That's going to be, I believe, Kai Holland lagging around, and the yellow lights have come on for the first restart of the feature races tonight. 10 laps to rock and roll. We had a good few laps there. Truget, Mitch Binning, Summer Shaw, Deegan Mellor all up the front, all rubbing and bumping each other, trying to get in the first place position. But it's going to be the 34 of Baxter Trouget that's going to start us off from the Witch's Hat start. Mitch Binning behind him. Summer Shaw, Deegan Mellor, Andre Clark, Ryan Mellor, Jacob Hill in the 7, Caden Harrison. And then we're going to go Mason Whitehead, Mackenzie Silver, Sophie Jackson, Lily Holland, Charlie Scott, Kai Holland, Hanisha Mohammed, and then Regan Holland. Nope, it's going to be Lily Holland at the rear of the field. My apologies there. Too many Hollands in this race. It looks like we're trying to get into order now. Oh, trying to get into order. "15 laps was the journey to start with. We completed 5. We've got 10 to rock and roll. Baxter Trouget off the front. Mitch Binning and Summer Shaw. Your top 3 out there. The lights are flashing, getting ready, set, rocking and rolling. Baxter Trouget, Mitch Binning, Summer Shaw, as I said before. Witch's Hat start, 10 laps to rock and roll. New Star Junior Sedan feature. And green lights are on. Trouget off with a good start there. Binning lagging behind a little bit, holding Shorey up. Deegan Mellor also on the loud pedal as well, going around the outside, and we bring on the yellows straight away. Not too happy with that one. So we'll get them up and underway again. We'll try it another time to see if we can get it on going. .48 of Ryan Mellor, OUT out of tonight's feature race. A little bit of engine drama. Hopefully we'll see him back up and running tomorrow. But we'll go green once again. Baxter Touge off the good start, which has had start into turns 1 and 2. Main straightaway, off we run. Andre Clark, a little bit of contact between him and Deegan Mellor. Still all pretty single file as we rock it on around. Summer Short all up the rear end. Deegan Mellor all on the outside. Almost too wide. He gets in front of Shorey. He's up into the 3 spot now. Baxter Touge, Mitch Binning, Deegan Mellor, your top 3 out there. And here comes Andre Clark. All 4 of them pretty bunched up on the back straightaway. Then we go back to Jacob Hill and Caden Harrison. Mason Whitehead in the mix as well. Sophie Jackson, Mackenzie Silver, Lily Hollands, Ryan Mellor's OUT out. Regan Holland, Charlie Scott, Kai Holland, and Hanisha Mohammed to round us out for the field of 15 on the track now. Down the back straightaway, our race leader, Baxter Touge, is going into the main straightaway now. Throw a blanket over these 4. Second, 3, 4, and 5. Looks like Deegan Mellor is going to get it on the outside of Summershaw. She's going to go back into the 3 spot now. That's going to push Mitch Binning up close to Andrea Clark. Battling it out for that 4th spot. Drops back a little bit further. Lap traffic coming up. This could impact these 4 drivers. They're all pretty spread out now. Splitting up apart. Baxter still our race leader going into the back straightaway now. Number 4 of Deegan Mellor going around out of the turn number 4 into turns 3 and 4 now, and the yellow lights have come on with Jacob Hill hooking it around the wrong way, and that's going to bring on the yellows. But we have an absolute brilliant race on our hands for our first feature race, our New Star Junior sedans. 6 laps to go now. Baxter still at a race leader. Deegan not too far away. Shorey behind him. Green. Witch's Hut start. Trouget with a good foot on the loud pedal, taking away from the rest of the pack. Deegan Mellor, Andre Clark coming up the underneath of Summer Shaw, passing her nice and easily. He's in the 3 spot now. Deegan Mellor still in the 2 spot. Then we go back to Summer Shaw, Andre Clark, Mitch Binning, Jacob Hill, Caden Harrison, Mason Whitehead. And after that, it's going to be Mackenzie Silver, Sophie Jackson, Lily Holland, Regan Holland, Charlie Scott, Kai Holland, and Hanisha at the back of the pack. Down the back straightaway, 3 and 4, the race leader runs. Baxter Trouget. Into the main straightaway, Deegan Mellor pulling away from Andrew Clark. Summer Shaw sitting in the 4th spot, not too far away, is going to be Mitch Binning also. Bit more of a distance between Mitch and Caden Harrison as well. 4 laps to go now. Now 3 laps to rock and roll. Baxter, 34, race leader. 1, pins it towards the infield. Might come back onto the track and keep it on racing. No. That looked like the 0-1-1 of Charlie Scott. He holds it nice and strong. We're still going green. Baxter Trouget coming down the main straightaway. Passing through lap traffic like they're not even there. Deegan Mellor into the 2 spot. Andrew Clark into the 3. Summer Shaw as well. Caden Harrison in the 6. Mason Whitehead in the 7. But as we come on around, white flag is out. Mackenzie Silver in the 9. Jacob Hill in the 10. Regan Holland. Lily Holland, the 2 Hollands, 11 and 12. Kai Holland, 13. And Hanisha Mohammed with Charlie Scott in the 15 spot. 1 lap to rock and roll. Half a lap for our race leader, Baxter Trouget in the 34. Coming around turns number 4. Checkered flag at the ready by Mr. Quill himself. Down the main straightaway. Baxter Trouget is going to take it on away for our New Star Junior Sedan feature. 15 laps was the journey. Baxter Trouget going to take it away in number 1. Deegan Mellor, Andrew Clark, Summer Shaw, Mitch Binning, Caden Harrison, Mason Whitehead, Sophie Jackson, Mackenzie Silver, Jacob Hill, Lily Holland, Regan Holland, Charlie Scott, Hanisha Mohammed, and then Kai Holland, with Ryan Mellor not being able to make the distance due to some mechanical difficulties. But hopefully we will see him back up and running tomorrow. So big congratulations to Baxter Trouget, number 34, feature race winner, New Star Junior Sedans, with our top stars coming out next. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Checkered flag in hand. New Star Junior Race feature winner, Baxter Trouget, coming on around. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Flash your lights, toot your horns. Turns 1 and 2. Come on, what do you got? Led majority of the race. Number 34. 15 laps was the journey. New Star feature race winner, Baxter Trouget. Come on, Kalgoorlie. Give it up. Baxter Trouget. Make him feel welcome. Coming to the Goldfields. Coming to the Red Dirt Arena. Top Star feature race. 20 laps the journey. Taj Vanzetti, Zach Munro, Bo Oldfield, Jai Pack, Jesse James Samuels, Brody Day, Kane Della, Jackson Goodwin, Tyler Scott, Kai Leeson, Luke Martin, Brock Lake, Harrison Beers, and Jamali Mohammed. 4 wide. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, flash your lights, toot your horns. JSRA series right bang here in the Goldfields. Top Star feature race. Come on, turns 3 and 4. Put your hands together. We're set, we're locked, we're loaded. 20 laps the journey. Feature race tonight. Top Star Junior Sedans. Taj Vanzetti as we break them apart. Taj Vanzetti and Zach Munro off the inside and outside pole. By Oldfield, Jai Pack, Jesse James Samuels, Brody Day, Kane Della, Jackson Goodwin, Tyler Scott, Kai Leeson, Luke Martin, Brock Lake, Harrison Beers, and Jamali Mohammed. Lights are off. We're getting locked. We're loaded. Get yourselves strapped in, ladies and gentlemen. As we go green down the main straightaway, Vanzetti off with a good start there. Oldfield not too far behind him. Then we go back to the 31 of Jesse James Samuels in 3. All pretty packed up together on turns number 1 off the starting lap. Then we go back to, I believe it's the number 3. I can't quite see it from here. As we keep it on going around, Vanzetti still going to be our race leader in the 1-2-1. Oldfield behind him. Then we go back to Jesse James Samuels. Then we go back to Zach Munro. All up in Samuels' rear end, trying to stick his nose in. Not going to quite get it though. Kane O'Della's slipping on, sliding around. He's sitting in about 6th place at the moment with the rest of the pack getting in his way. 98 of Jai Pack in the mix as well. Brody Day, Luke Martin, Tyler Scott, Harrison Beers, Kai Leeson, Brock Lake, Jackson Goodwin, and Jamali to round us all out. Into 3 and 4 we run now. Main straightaway for our race leaders. Taj Vanzetti, 1-2-1. WA number 1 of Bo Oldfield. Zach Munro in the mix as well with Jai Pack, Kane Della and Brody Day and the rest of the pack as they follow. Jesse James Samuel trying to gain that position from Zach Munro, but here comes Jai Pack up on the inside. Kane O'Della on the outside, just about too wide. Little bit of a bump there, collision. We touched on turns 3 and 4. Still going nice and strong though. Zach Munro's going to hold it off into the 3 spot. Jai Pack's going to look it up on the inside. I'm going to sneaky pass here. Oldfield's looking up the rear end of Vanzetti's car, and we've had collision. We've had contact on turns 1 and 2. With the rear of the field. If I can just sneakily get their numbers. Number 11 with Brock Lake. I'm going to say it's the 83. And that is, of course, going to be Kai Leeson. And I can't quite see the other one here. It's going to be the 211 of Jamali. All involved with that little bit of contact. Bringing on the yellow lights. But if we're going to race on our hands with 1 and 2, and then we go back to the pack, which was Zach Munro, Jai Pack, Brody Day, Kane Della, and Tyler Scott, all of them bunched up together. Absolute awesome race on our hands tonight. After shuffling some people around, we are set, we are locked, we are loaded. 16 laps to rock and roll. Top Star Feature Race Junior Sedans JSRA Series. Witch's Hat start. Vanzetti off the start. As we go green. Through the main straightaway into turns 1 and 2. Oldfield's going to be looking on the hammers. He's going to be on his loud pedal around 1 and 2. The rest of the pack, Zach Munro, Jai Pack, Brody Day as well. Kane O'Della in the mix. Tyler Scott, Jesse James Samuels as well. Luke Martin, Brock Lake, Harrison Beers, Kyle Eason, Jamali Mohammed, and the 606 of Jackson Goodwin. Brody Day around the outside. Oh, it looks like Kane Della. Down into 3 and 4, he runs. Jai Pack wants a bit of the action as well. Zach Munro's holding it off in third. Vanzetti just in front of Bo Oldfield. Zach Munro holding it off in third. Jai Pack into the fourth. Kane O'Della. Then we go back to Tyler Scott, Brody Day. Luke Martin as well, with Kyle Eason in 10. Into lap number 7, we're still going to stay the same at the front. Taj Vanzetti, few carlings building between him and Oldfield. Zach Munro, Jai Pack and Kane Della all bunched up. Pack's going to throw his nose in just a little bit quicker than Munro. He's going to get the 3 spot on lap number 8 as we keep it on going around. Munro from Cadella. Then we go back to Tyler Scott. Brody Day in the mix as well. Still going to be Vanzetti, our race leader at the moment. 1-2-1 out the front. WA number 1 of Bo Oldfield. Jai Pack sitting in 3. Kane Della's putting the pressure on Munro now. Maybe a sneaky pass on the inside. Not quite on the loud pedal fast enough. Side by side as we headed into turns 3 and 4. Della's just going to get in front of Munro. And here comes, it looks like, as we bring it on around, Tyler Scott in the 08. Munro's going to hold it off in 4 though. He's going to stay where he is. Della's on the rear end. A little bit of contact there in turns 1 and 2. Back straight away we run for our race leader as he goes into 3 and 4. Della's going to try it on the outside once again. Does not work out this time around. Munro's holding him off. 9 laps to rock and roll for our Top Star Junior Sedans. Number 31 of Jesse James Samuels gets a bit unstuck on the exit of turns number 4. He might be OUT out even. I'm still going green around the red dirt venue. Taj Vanzetti is still going to be our race leader. Jai Pax putting on the pressure on Bo Oldfield. Then we go back to Kane O'Della in front of Zach Munro. Tyler Scott, Brody Day. Those are your top 7 out there at the moment. And then we go Kyle Eason, Luke Martin, Harrison Beers, Jackson Goodwin, Jesse James Samuels, Brock Lake. As all 3 of them, Jesse James Samuels, pulled to the infield. Looks like one might be as well. I'm not too sure. Pack's putting on the pressure on Oldfield now. Into 3 and 4 we run. Bumper to bumper, wheel to wheel as we headed into the main straightaway, side by side as we headed into 1 and 2 though. Number 98, number WA number 1, side by side around 1 and 2 as well. Kane O'Della's not too far away. Vanzetti still holding a strong lead over the rest of the pack now. Jai Pack makes a little bit of a mistake there. Oldfield gets the upper hand. Still going to be side by side. Jai Pack's just past him on the main straightaway. He's going to be in the second place now. Oldfield fights back on the inside. Now we're swapping places once again. Now we're going to go Oldfield, then Pack. Kane Della still going to stay in the 4th spot. Vanzetti in the 1 as well. Tyler Scott in the 5. Zach Munro into the 6. 4 laps to go now. As we keep it on going around. Pack's still going to put the pressure on Oldfield. Going around 1 and 2. Back straight away now. We've swapped once again. Jai Pack's into the 2. Oldfield's into the 3. Kano's still in the 4. Vanzetti still going to be our race leader. 3 laps to go now. Still for our race leader, Taj Vanzetti. Jai Pack just in front of Oldfield. Della's putting on the pressure now. Throw a blanket over these 3. for second, 3 and 4th positions as we go to the back straightaway, almost into 3 and 4 now. Pack still in the lead. Oldfield putting on the pressure, he gets just in front. Pack makes a mistake. Oldfield's going to move it up to second. Here comes the Victoria number 1 or Oz number 2. Kane O'Della putting on the pressure on Pack now. Looks up on the inside, finds a way through. He's up into the 3 spot now. Taj Vanzetti, Bo Oldfield. Then we go to Kane Della, Jai Pack, Zach Munro, Tyler Scott, Brody Day, Kai Leeson, Harrison Beers, Jackson Goodman and Luke Martin. 11 cars left on the track with 1 lap to go for our race leader on the back straightaway. Pack still putting on the pressure on Oldfield as they go down the back straight. But down the main straightaway with the checkered flag out and about now. Taj Vanzetti is going to take it away for night number 1. Top Star Junior Sedan feature race. Vanzetti from Bo Oldfield. Kane Della is going to end up 3. Jai Pack's going to end up in the 4th. Zach Munro finishing 5th. Tyler Scott finishing 6th. Brody Day 7. Kai Leeson 8. Harrison Beers 9. Jackson Goodman in 10. Luke Martin in 11 with Jesse James Samuels, Brock Lake and Jamali OUT out of this feature race, not making the distance. That is going to finish us out. And I dare say that Vanzetti's going to get the white and black checkered flag and go for a cruise around the Speedway venue. As the rest of the cars go back into the pits, the 1-2-1 of Taj Vanzetti. He's got the checkered flag. Taj Vanzetti, ladies and gentlemen, flash your lights, toot your horns, put your hands together. Top Star feature race winner, Taj Vanzetti, 1-2-1. Started off at the front and finished off number 1. There you have it, folks. Taj Vanzetti, number 1, Top Star Junior Sedans. As he'll go back into the pits. We'll get him ready for the street stocks up next. 20 laps. And then we'll have the Pirtek Wingless sprints with 20 laps with the 25er tomorrow. My apologies there. No mucking around tonight. Lance McGregor in the 71. Kevin Parks, Tristan Strout, Luke Barnwell, Jason Whitehead, and the 195 of Lockie Della. Green lights are on and away we go down the main straightaway. McGregor in the 71. Barnwell and Della on the outside, straight to the front of the pack. Strout getting held up. Whitehead around the outside. Parksy at the back. Lockie Della at the front of the pack though, shutting down Luke Barnwell. On the main straightaway we run now into lap number 2. Lockie Della from Luke Barnwell. Lance McGregor. And then we go back to Jason Whitehead. The 31 of Tristan Strout. And Kevin Parks to the rear of the field in number 23. Barnwell putting on the pressure up the front with Lockie Della though. A little bit of a contact with the wall there from Della. Slows him down just that little bit. Barnwell to the front. Lockie Della to the second place. Lance McGregor. Then we go Whitehead as well. He's sitting in the 4th spot. Tristan Strout 5th. With Kevin Parks at the rear. Lockie Della back to the front of the pack though. Lance McGregor throwing some dirt up on the infield. One goes straight towards the wall. Straight's in the way. We'll duck and dive. Little bit of big collision there. Big contact there. Not a little one. We still go green though. Della's at the front. Barnwell into the 2nd spot. We still go green for lap number 4. Della from Barnwell. Then we go back to Jason Whitehead, all on his lonesome on the back straightaway. Kevin Parks, 23, sitting in 4th now. Lance McGregor, and then Tristan Strout. Following the same line as he always does. Lockie Della, 195. Around into the main straightaway for turn 4. 1 and 2 he runs now. Barnwell's not too far away though. Whitehead in the 28. He wants to catch up. Kevin Parks into 1 and 2 along with Lance McGregor and Tristan Strout as well. Barnwell tips a little bit too hard, loses a lot of momentum, goes on the infield, allowing Lockie Della to gain the upper hand now. He's got half a corner between them. Onto the back straightaway he runs. Lockie Della, 195. Then we go to the 36 of Luke Barnwell. Along the back straight into 3 and 4 as well. Jason Whitehead in the 28. Holding it off in 3rd. All on his lonesome as I said before. Kevin Parks as well. Giving it a red hot crack. Strout got in front of Lance McGregor. As they come down the main straightaway into 1 and 2. As long with our race leader. White flag is out. 1 more left to go. Lockie Della. Barnwell catching up slowly but surely. But it's not going to be enough with half a lap to go. As we're coming on around turns number 3 and 4. Checkered flag. Lockie Della's going to win it. Lockie Della from Luke Barnwell. Jason Whitehead. Kevin Parks. And as we coming on around, Tristan Strout with Lance McGregor for the street stock feature race. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, for the feature race, for the street stocks tonight, so the last time we'll see him this weekend, is going to be Lockie Della in the 195. Kevin Parks at the rear. Lockie Della back to the front of the pack though. Lance McGregor throwing some dirt up on the infield. One goes straight towards the... Kevin Parks at the rear. Lockie Della back to the front of the pack. Pirtek Wingless Sprints feature race. 20 laps the journey. Darren Humphrey, Matthew Fellows, Daniel Keane, Hendon Hicks, Cody Walker, and Gavin Perrine. All set, locked and loaded. Wingless Sprints about to hit the track for their feature race. Humphreys and Keane off the start. Matthew Fellows with Hendon Hicks behind. As we go green down the main straightaway. Into 1 and 2 we run. Darren Humphrey straight to the front of the pack. Keane's not too happy about it. He says, no, I'm going to take that from you on the back straightaway. Around 3 and 4 we run for our race leaders. Down into the main straight. It's going to be Daniel Keane. Then we go back to Darren Humphreys. After that, Hendon Hicks, Cody Walker, and Gavin Perrine. Matthew Fellows in the mix as well, sitting in 4th place at the moment. Lap number 3 as we go around. Hicks and Humphreys close together on turns 1 and 2. Daniel Keane straight to the front of the pack. No mucking around from him, he says. I'm going to take this one away from the rest of the pack. Darren Humphreys and Hendon Hicks in 2 and 3. And then we go back to Matthew Fellows with Cody Walker in the 86. Gavin Perrine sitting at the rear of the field now. So we keep it on going around, single file around the red dirt circuit. Daniel Keane in the number 90. Then we go back to Darren Humphreys sitting in the 84, sitting in 2nd place. Down the back straightaway he runs. Nice and cruisy the drive is for him. Hicks, Hendon Hicks in the 45, sitting in the 3 spot, cruising on around as well. We're all loving this inside line. Cody Walker as well, all the way up from Perth. He's sitting in 5th place, just in front of Gavin Perrine. Daniel Keane, though, in the number 90, taking it away from the rest of the pack. No mucking around from him, he says. Half a turn in front of Darren Humphreys in the 84. And then we go back to Hendon Hicks in the 45. 78, Matthew Fellows, Cody Walker, with Gavin Preen as well. 6 wingless sprints on the red dirt circuit. Pirtek wingless sprints tonight and tomorrow. Daniel Keane, number 90. And then we go back to Darren Humphries, Hendon Wicks, Matthew Fellows, Cody Walker, Gavin Preen. Still going around nice and easily. Pretty even distance between all drivers on the track at the moment. Red dirt flying. Darren Humphries in second. Daniel Keane in first. Then we go back to Hendon Hicks in the 45, sitting in 3. Off the back straightaway, he runs into 3 and 4. Cody Walker sitting in the 5. Matthew Fellows in the 4. Nice and close to the wall for Cody Walker. In the 1 and 2, he runs. Front runner, Daniel Keane down the main straightaway. 20 laps was the journey. I've lost track of how many laps we've done so far. Daniel Keane from Darren Humphries in 2. Matthew Fellows just gaining a little bit on Hendon Hicks, sitting in third place. Just a little bit by a little bit each lap. Cody Walker in the 5th with Gavin Preen into the 6th. Fellows just a little bit quicker that time around, catching up slowly. Daniel Keane down the main straightaway though, taking it away. Darren Humphrey as well. Hendon Hicks in the 45, sitting in 3. Matthew Fellows not too far behind him in the 78. Cody Walker as well in the 5th. Gavin Preen. Be interesting to see the lap times coming off our front runner though. Unfortunately I don't have them since they don't have transponders tonight. Daniel Keane, number 90 in the wingless sprints feature race. Down the main straightaway in the 1 and 2 he runs. Daniel Keane from Darren Humphries going into 2 now. Into the back straightaway he runs. Nice and quick indeed. No mucking around. Fellows drops back just that little bit more from Hendon Hicks. Oh, Hendon Hicks spins it out too much. Fellows goes around. We've lost him in a cloud of dust. Yellow lights get brought on. He was doing so well. As the dust settles, he'll start to appear somewhere if he's not already back on the track. Nope, here he comes. Hendon Hicks, 45, doing so well and tipped it a little too hard off of turns 3 and 4. But as it stands, Daniel Keane out the front. We're going to rack him, stack him with Darren Humphries behind him. I'm not sure if Hendon Hicks will be relegated to rear of the field for causing the yellow light. But then it will be Matthew Fellows, Cody Walker in the 86, and Gavin Preen. It looks like Hicks will be relegated. Oh, one gets a little bit unstuck while we're rolling around. But Keane, looking mean, killer machine out there. Lights are flashing. Getting underway once again. Daniel Keane from Darren Humphries. All smackaroony with the witch's hat start now. Lights are out. Matthew Fellows in the 78 in 3. Cody Walker. Gavin Preen. And then we have Hendon Hicks. As the green lights come on, witch's hat start. Around turn number 4 we go. Main straightaway. Keane. Humphries. 1 and 2. Matthew Fellows in the 3. Cody Walker. Gavin Preen. And Hendon Hicks. Through 3 and 4 we run once again. Down our main straightaway. Keane pulling away from Humphrey. Darren Humphrey in the 2. Matthew Fellows in the 3. Cody Walker's trying to catch up, trying to find some ground. Around 3 and 4. Main straight. Daniel Keane on the number 90. Pulling away once again from Darren Humphries and Matthew Fellows in 2 and 3. with Cody Walker getting caught up by Gavin Preen ever so slightly. And then we go back to Hendon Hicks at the rear of the field. Nice and easily, we still going around. White flag is out. Daniel Keane, number 90, a race leader. Then we go back to Darren Humphries. One more lap to run for our race leaders and the rest of the pack as they follow. Daniel Keane, Darren Humphries, Matthew Fellows, Cody Walker, Gavin Preen, and Hendon Hicks. But 20 laps to the journey, ladies and gentlemen, as he comes on around turn number 4. It's going to be Daniel Keane, number 90, to win it tonight. Pirtek Wingless sprints. Daniel Keane, ladies and gentlemen, from Darren Humphrey in second. Then we go back to Matthew Fellows into the 3. Cody Walker in the 86, he's going to finish up 4. Gavin Preen 5, with Hendon Hicks, I must say, in the 6th spot. Good job all drivers, good job all officials tonight, all the volunteers. But ladies and gentlemen, Wingless Sprints feature race number 1, proudly sponsored by Pirtek. It's going to be Daniel Keane, ladies and gentlemen. As he comes off the chute now. We'll see if he wants to go for a lap with the checkered flag. And it looks like he will indeed, as Hendon Hicks goes back to the infield with the rest of the pack. Checkered flag in hand. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Wingless Sprints feature race winner night number 1. Daniel Keane, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Come on, turns 3 and 4. Put your hands together. Flash lights, toot your horns. Feature race winner. Proudly sponsored by Pirtek. Daniel Keane. Number 90, Daniel Keane. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. As he comes it back in. Big congratulations to all the drivers. All the feature race winners tonight. But that's going to come to an end for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure commentating these last few hours. And I invite you all back tomorrow where we do it all the same. We're just going to swap the street stocks and the late models over. Wingless are going to stay the same. Juniors are going to stay the same. So I hope to see you all tomorrow night. My name's Callum and thank you for letting me commentate. Big thank you to all of our sponsors once again. All of our officials. All volunteers. Absolutely an amazing track. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night for now.